Why, hello, and welcome to another episode of First Chances with Chance. And in today's video, or episode, as I should say, we will be talking about traveling. So, obviously, I've had a couple episodes about traveling outside of the country and in the, in state, not in, well, yeah, there could, I don't know, not in state, but in the country, out of state is what it was. Out of state, and then there was an out of the country episode. So, I've flown to New York and then we've driven through it to get to Vermont. Because I guess there isn't a airport in Vermont. I don't know. But we had to drive through New York to get to Vermont. It was cold. Why was it so cold in August? It starts getting cold in August. I mean, we were higher up in the mountain for the hotel, but I mean, I didn't know that there was that it gets cold in August. I don't even know the altitude of where we were, but there was the Indian Head while we were driving up. Not an actual Indian Head, it was a rock in the shape of Indian Head. I don't know why, but it's called the Indian Head Rock. Supposedly. I don't remember. I feel like they just told me that to make me feel intrigued. But it worked, and that's kind of stuck. And I've never been able to find I feel like I've looked up the rock before and was never really able to actually find it. Find anything about it. But the other day I came across Indian Head Rock in Arizona or somewhere in the desert, and I'm just that reminds me of Indian Head Rock in Vermont, but it makes no sense. I get it, but why? If there's an Indian Head in Vermont and there's an Indian Head in Arizona, I get why there'd be an Indian Head in Arizona because the Native Americans and everything. Obviously, there's probably Native Americans in Vermont, but in Arizona, it's closely linked to UFOs and all of that. And obviously, the obelisks in DC and Egypt are related to aliens because of the point, and it's supposed to send a signal. Conspiracies, obviously I've been watching too much Aliens Unknown and all of those types of shows recently. Well, not recently, I haven't been really watching TV recently. I've been doing homework, which I'll be doing right after I get done filming this episode. So, yeah, I have homework due today. You're probably going to say, then, Chance, you should probably go and do that homework instead of filming. No, because I still need to put out an episode, and by doing the episode, it also wakes me up a little bit. It gives me that little oh my god, I'm yawning so much. That little oomph to get up and do stuff. Like I took a shower, so that usually so when I take a shower, I listen to music, so it gets me going. And then obviously right after the shower, I went and smoked because I just was not feeling the best. Now I am, and I'm ready to get this day going. I don't know. It's weird because like it'll mellow me out enough, and like if I don't like, I'm able to switch it on and off. A lot of the times when I switch it off, it gives me a headache. So I try not to switch it off when I'm high. Maybe that's why I got a headache. That had a headache this morning because I switched it off. I switched it off last night to do homework. Like it clicked for me. Like it's been something's been ever since I smoked the other day, and it just like everything clicked. Everything's just been flowing together, and I'm able to understand it from before I started like smoking heavily like that. But like it was never like this much for this class. I originally came into this class thinking, oh, it's gonna be easy. And then on my first exam, I get a 60 and I'm like, oh, maybe it's not so easy. Like, I do have a lot going on, yes, but like, where in my head am I like not fully putting everything together? Like mean and then X minus it's stats. Sorry. I'm just like what the actual heck just happened because then you would do X minus M, so that same number minus the mean, and then you would take square that, add all of that up, divide it by n minus 1, and that is, I forget what that is. I feel like it's the SS, the standard something SS, and then S squared is that divided by 5. I don't remember. I mean, I'm gonna definitely study before the exam. Next week. I feel like we have an exam. I don't know why, but my exams for both of these classes line up for stats and organic chem. I just I feel oh. So I feel like it like I'd have one on the 11th as well for stats, but my professor never said anything. I mean, I wasn't there on Thursday last week because I was still dealing with stuff, and I had a feeling telling me not to go to that class or like drive to class that early. Obviously I'm gonna be having to drive to, well, not obviously because it's not obvious because I haven't told you guys, but my day is literally going to start at 6 during the fall semesters. Like, what the actual heck? But like, yeah, it's before I got zoned off for that. I feel like it's just like I feel like I'm going to have to get Scantrons this week, and then also Scantrons next, possibly Scantrons next week. But let's go ahead and take a break and be right back to talk about more traveling experiences before we got off track and somehow got onto talking about school. I don't know. I've been talking a lot about school recently, and it's like getting me back into the feeling of like wanting to be in class, wanting to learn more. And yeah, but oh my god. Let's go ahead and take a break so that I can get some water. So now that I'm back, my trip to Italy, before I got all sidetracked and into like talking about conspiracy. I don't know how I got from talking about I mean, I know how I got to talking about travel and from travel to conspiracies with the Indian heads, but I'm just like lost at how I got from like the conspiracy portion to talking about school. Like what? But I will be taking Native American society and culture in the fall along with women in society. I don't know. Obviously feminist here. Obviously Native American here too. Uh so yeah, I just figured like learning about my Native American ancestry would also be like beneficial, and like Native American society in general, and like just like the fact that they're required to live on the reservations. Like at this point you shouldn't charge them in general. But also, how is it legal to tax all of the winnings from gambling? I thought a lot of like the casinos and everything were on Native American reservations. How do I keep getting on this damn subject? I don't know. It's at this point. This is a talk show, a sidetrack talk show. So I've been to Italy. Gorgeous. The architecture and all of that is gorgeous. Just straight up gorgeous. Um Not me like reminding myself of that one kid that from TikTok. I don't remember what his name was, but yeah. Um like that's gonna help. Like what? But yeah, I definitely would want to go back. I'm gonna go to Sicily to see where my great grandparents came from. Maybe even like track down like their old address or something. Go see like what type of area they were in. I know that it's probably been updated and everything, but if there are GPSs that we can follow in Italy, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, because like there's still like if there's addresses in China, there's got to be addresses in Italy. Because don't you still have to have an Italian driver's license to drive in Italy? There's got to be an address or something. Like, wasn't Mamma Mia based in Italy? There's definitely addresses in Mamma Mia. Like, what would your postal stamp say? Like the one that has the address? Well, yeah, they do make stamps for that. Um, but like, where would it, like, what would it say if there wasn't an address? I know in like, supposedly in South America, there's no addresses. It's just like the street names and then that. Like I don't know. But like, oh my god, I would love to go to Brazil. Love to go to Brazil or Greece. Greece, especially the Greek men over there are hot as fuck. Um, Obviously they're in Greece, so they're Greek. But like, it also deals on your diet and everything too. Um, Also Greek food is amazing. So yeah. But yeah, Italy, like Rome, oh my god. That it was either that or Greece for me when I was younger because my grandparents took me and my older brother. No, I don't have a younger brother. That'd be weird. Like, I don't understand how like families will have a 30-year-old son and then decide to have another kid. I'm just like, or like end up having another kid. I'm like, how does that happen? I mean, I know how it happens. It's just like weird. Like, I don't get it because it could. I'm not gonna say it could never be me because I can't say if it'll happen or not. I also need to partially stop speaking things into existence because at that point my manifestations are so powerful that it happens. Um, but it is a dream of mine that will eventually happen to go to Greece. I just do I know when? No. Um, I think you're a little bit late for that bus, bud. Sorry, I'm looking outside my front window and like because I film in my living room, and I just saw a kid with a backpack turn back around. I'm just like, the bus usually comes at 9. So there wasn't any kids at the bus stop earlier. I was outside a little before 9. And there were no kids. Why do they always get the day off after a holiday? Like, I don't get it. Unless they start showing up at 9 and the bus doesn't come until 9:30. If that's the case, then bud, you gotta go. I thought school started class for in middle school. It started at no, it starts at 10. They get out at 3:50. But yeah, what the heck? But yeah, I would love to go to Greece. I've been to Italy. Rome was gorgeous. Being able to actually like walk up the Colosseum and everything was amazing. And please ignore the birds chirping in the background because my mom puts out like feed, like bird feed, um a lot of it in the bird feeders out front, and it is peak time for feeding. So let's go ahead and take a break and be right back. So overall, I've been up the East Coast up until, I want to say, Maryland. I don't know. Oh no, Virginia actually. I don't know. I know I've been up to Maryland. So yeah. Other than that, I've been to Italy, and that's pretty much all that I know. Besides Vermont and New York, I don't know if Virginia's up or if it's down from Maryland. So yeah. But I hope you guys like this video or episode. And if you guys have any traveling experiences, don't forget to text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. Again, text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. DM First Chances with Chance on Instagram. Or if you guys watching the video portion, just comment down below. Bye guys, love you.